Now we have an answer. Now we can begin to heal ourselves.
Well, you say celiac. If you can you define what celiac is for those who will be watching this so we all are speaking the same language?
It's an autoimmune disorder. It's genetic. And you just are unable to process the protein gluten. And you can have one or two of those genes. I have both those genes. And so gluten is basically death for me. And so not death like anaphylactic shock, but it's this slow process that can cause a myriad of other problems if not addressed. And so it creates these tiny little holes in your lower intestine. Leaky gut is the best way to explain that.
Yep.
And then that is causing massive inflammation, and it could come up as migraines, joint pain. It can create things like tumors. It's I know that inflammation now is like the thing that we talk about, and
Yeah.
inflammation can seem ambiguous, but as we further understand all the things that can cause it, that was essentially the root of a lot of the issues that I was having, was the fact that I was celiac and I shouldn't be consuming gluten. And that's not the same as gluten intolerance or someone who might be having a reaction to gluten as a result of damage being caused by some other food that they might have that similar reaction to.
Yeah, well said. And it's often misunderstood by the general person because, let's say, Gwyneth Paltrow and whomever else, whatever influencer might be out there, they're all following these gluten-free diets. So people think that they are allergic to gluten, when in fact they might just simply have an intolerance to gluten-containing foods, or also they might actually have a negative reaction to some of the chemicals that are also in foods that just happen to contain gluten, which are possibly like more prevalent, right? Bread
Right.
products are probably one of the biggest culprit as far as having an array of the synthetic toxic chemicals, as we like to call them. But people will point to, well, there's wheat in it. I must have a gluten allergy. No, you simply are consuming massive amounts of 17 other chemicals.
Right. Or it could be soy. You could have an intolerance to ginger. You could have an intolerance to all these other things that create inflammation. So you're going to continue to have an inflammatory response to other ingredients because you haven't addressed the root cause. And I think you've seen me post about it. Like, I'm known as paleo chef, but my philosophy is paleo you. What's going to work for you is not going to work for me. And what works today may not work in 6 months.
Yeah.
So no matter what somebody comes to me with an ideology, especially in the sports world, some athletes are like, what about going plant-based? I'm like, look, I'm going to listen to your blood test. Nothing is going to trump what your blood chemistry tells us. And we're going to follow what your body is telling us, not what some influencer has said, not what the latest diet book says. It's always going to be customized, and it's going to change throughout your life.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you like this type of content, short, quick, straight to the point clips, definitely subscribe to the channel so you're notified when videos like these come out. You might want to check out one of these videos for more great content, guaranteed to make you laugh, make you think, and make your life better. Let's go.